Hi everybody, welcome to School of Scarlet. Today I have an energy update for March. So today, as I was coming out here to sit down, I want to share a little bit about everything that was happening. There's a lot of energy already building up, just me coming out here. So it's a nice warm sunny day, which has been pretty cold and kind of gloomy and all that. And today it's sunny, it's beautiful. I'm noticing like a lot of changes. There's branches that have fallen down. You can see the dock's pretty messy with lots of pine needles, but I'm excited to clean up to get ready for March, for this beautiful month. So later I think I'm going to take a walk and kind of do some cleanup out here in the backyard. But as I came to sit down, quite a few things happened that might be significant to you, so I want to share them here with you. Right over here to my left, there was a black snake, and it just slithered into the water right away as it sensed me. The other thing that I felt or I saw was up above me, there's some branches, there's trees. There was a squirrel that ran from one side to the other, and I actually saw him once again on the other side, so a squirrel. And over here behind me, there is like an island, and that island, all of a sudden I was sitting down and I hear this kind of like larger animal jump into the water, and I think it was a beaver, but I'm not sure. At first I thought it was my dog. It really did sound that big. So right behind me was like a beaver. I also had like some sort of insect land right here on my hand. So I just wanted to share that with you. All within like 5 minutes, all of that occurred. So it's quite packed with energy, and that's how I'm sensing March. I'm sensing that there's like a lot of energy around March. You know, when there's like an event coming up or a birthday or a trip, it's like we feel the energy already kind of building up before it even happens. So that's kind of how I'm sensing March. And so the things that are coming through around March that I want to share with you is transformation, hope, and resilience. These are the words, these are the feelings that I'm sensing around March. So March is, like I say, very packed with energy. It seems like we're, coming up on something big. There's going to be a big transformation happening somewhere in your life, and you'll have to kind of examine that for yourself, what that is for you. But there's things that are no longer going to serve us. There's things that are no longer fitting within this puzzle that we have to let go of. There's things that no longer feel right to us. We can't cling to them anymore. It's like it's more painful to cling to them than to let them go at this point. And it's not easy to let them go either. There's quite a bit of discomfort in the month of March, which is why I'm feeling like this sense of resilience and speaking upon resilience. So as far as resilience, this month we're going to have to be very resilient in the changes and transformation that is happening. We're going to have to go quite into ourselves rather than looking at the outside world and all of the chaos that's happening, whether it's on a global scale or, within our immediate lives. Going more inward and grounding ourselves in our body and our nervous system to protect ourselves from these things that are occurring all around us. We have the strength within us. There's nothing happening in our reality that could truly hurt us. We just have to go within, and we have to kind of ground ourselves and be resilient as we have been throughout all time. So one of the ways to be resilient that's coming through, that's kind of unusual, I haven't had this one come through, is community. It seemed like a bug was on me again. Community. So community is like we need to connect with others, connect with maybe with some friends, some family, maybe your own community. Something like that will help you to be resilient in this time. And like I say, it's kind of unusual for me because I'm not someone that really, relies on that community to get through things. I'm more of a hermit, I guess you could say. But at this time, we're being called to kind of go with our community, and we're going to be needing that extra support from others in this time as we transition out of some things that could be quite difficult to let go of. So don't have any shame in relying and getting closer to your community, to your friends, to your family during difficult times. Sometimes during difficult times, we don't want to share with others what we're going through. We don't want to put that on other people, but at this time, we really do need the help, and the support from others is something that is very much accepted and wanted here. We're going through this kind of transformation around relationships, around love, around self-worth. So kind of examining that and seeing where do we need to bring some balance to those areas of our life. The other thing that I'm sensing is like we have been kind of transforming in this sense of transformation very, very quickly. So kind of speed. Whatever is happening very quickly for you, where before it seemed like, a decision would be made and it would take a while to really decide on the next step or really take that next step. It was like things were a lot slower. Even in the ways that people live their lives, it seemed like it was very much like planned in a way. And now it's very chaotic. It's like we can not really predict what's going to happen next for us, but we just have to kind of go with it. And as we go with it, we become more and more aligned to our path and those things that are more aligned to who we are. So I want you to kind of be grounded in yourself and knowing that as you listen to your intuition, as you listen to your inner voice and take those next steps, you are protected. You are at all times aligned and taking the right path for you. So don't doubt yourself. There could be a lot of self-doubt happening in this time because it doesn't seem like anything anybody else is doing, or it doesn't seem very linear. It doesn't seem like the way things used to be. It seems like a lot of change happening quickly, and you're meant to be changing quickly because you have a lot to do here, a lot to experience, and there's a lot more that you have to align with that is really not aligned to what you are into right now. You've already kind of exhausted everything that you can learn and take from the experience that you're currently in. So you're being kind of evolved into another experience, another reality, you could even say. Like it's almost like you're walking into a whole nother world, and that's okay because that's what you're ready for. That's where you're going. So allow yourself to move to that. But during this time, really take care of yourself. Really work on those grounding principles and grounding practices that you have, things such as meditation, grounding yourself to the earth. I decided to sit in this specific spot in front of my pond because water is a theme that I'm really sensing pretty deeply. So ground yourself in water, whether that's swimming, bathing, taking a shower to kind of like reset, being around the water. If you have a beach near you, spending time walking along the beach. So water is like a theme that I'm kind of perceiving as pretty strong in energies right now to help us ground. The other thing I was feeling was like the color green. So, now it's turning to spring. So most of these trees that are pretty barren behind me eventually will have beautiful green leaves. Spend time in nature, experience things that have this kind of green color. They will bring you nourishment. They will help you to ground even more. Walk along the bare grass, the beautiful green bare grass. Allow your feet to kind of ground in that. Let the earth nourish you. Let all of humanity and all of nature nourish you. So community and nature are going to be your strongest supporters at this time as you move towards some of those transformations that you're going towards, and you experience the discomfort that may be arising due to some of these changes. So I encourage you to really spend time renewing your mind through things like meditation, journaling. If you need a good journal to connect with, I do offer 2 journals that I personally created, and I really, really believe in those journals. So I'll link those down below. We really need everything that we can get right now to help us to ground, help us to move through these kind of difficult times. Things like sunshine, I'm seeing like the sun kind of like creating like a weird kind of look on me right now, but that's something that I think I'd really need to speak on. Sunshine is something that could also nourish you a whole lot. So go outside, allow the sun to hit your skin, your bare skin, and feel that. So all of those things are important at this time. So there's a lot of hope. The last thing I wanted to touch on is hope. Hope is something that, we really can kind of cling to right now, knowing that the next thing that will arise for us is the perfect thing for us. So having that hope is something that I would like you to kind of consider as the month of March is taking place, that there is hope, that this is not a hopeless situation. Whatever appears to be happening in your reality can be kind of chaotic, or could feel in a way kind of like things are falling apart, but they're really falling together. So that is what I'm sensing for the month of March. So we are all intuitive, energetic beings, and the more that you kind of go along your path and you watch these videos and you know, immerse yourself in nature, you're going to feel those faculties come on, like your intuition becoming stronger and stronger. And so I want to welcome you today to enroll in any of my courses. I have some course offerings for you at my website. It's schoolofscarlet.com, and we work with intuition. And right now we're kind of finishing up one group of course participants, and we're opening up another course of intuition. Intuition is something that you're going to definitely need to work with during this time, and especially in the month of March. So if this is calling to you already, go to my website, schoolofscarlet.com, and check out my courses, enroll in one, and go ahead and get started on this journey, because intuition is something that will help you to kind of release some of those fears, some of those, you know, very kind of threatening thoughts that come through, and you know, the self-worth aspect of it, kind of let that kind of go and go into more of a state of trusting what is happening next without really even knowing what is going to happen. So thank you so much for staying to the very end. If you stayed to the very end, leave me a comment down below, give me a like, leave in the comment section maybe an emoji of one of the animals that you connected with, whether that's a squirrel, whether that's an insect, whether that's the snake or the beaver or anything. Put your spirit animal down below in the comment section. Thank you again so much for watching. I will catch you on our next video. I love you all.